Onomai, a high school teenager who is failing his classes, finding difficulties of making friends, and he is obsessed with Spider-Man. He starts to work out in a gym, trying to climb just like his hero. But Yu isn't like Spider-Man, not physically or mentally. He witnesses one of his classmates, Toby, is being bullied, and he just stands by. He tries to confront the bullies, but he stops himself, and after the beatdown, Yu tries to talk with Toby, but the boy tells him not to worry about him, as he knew you will not interfere, and his words left Yu completely ashamed. But as Toby leaves, Yu notices Toby's school ID into the ground, and as he goes to pick it up, he finds a Spider-Man costume, and it is not fake. He quickly grabs it and returns home to test it out, and he finds there is a real web shooter attached to the suit, and as he presses the button, the web comes out, and he accidentally breaks the cupboard, and then he realizes it is a real costume. But now the question is, where is the real Spider-Man? Why he left his costume in a dump yard? And unknown to everyone, in a sword, a mysterious man covered in a black goo is walking into the darkness, and it is Peter Parker who has become the Venom, and he keeps saying that he is not a monster. Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Chapter 1 to 10 of Spider-Man Fake Raid, created by Yuzuki Osawa. The story follows a normal high school student, Yu Onomai, who accidentally becomes the amazing Spider-Man. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. In New York City, Yu is walking on the street with the spider costume in his bag, and he decides to wear it with a hope the real Spider-Man will come and take the suit back and he can meet with his hero. But as he arrives on a rooftop wearing the spider costume, the citizens mistake him as the real Spider-Man, and they tell him about a burning apartment and he should go there to help the innocents. But they don't know it is Yu in the costume, not the real Spider-Man. Yu gets confused, but then instead of using the web, he starts running on the street and arrives in front of the burning building. And now the bigger problem is there is a child who is still trapped inside the building. Everyone is looking at Spider-Man with a hope he will save the kid. So Yu decides not to lower his hero's reputation, and he begins to climb up into the burning apartment. He struggles to maintain his grip. He is scared of falling into the ground, but everyone is watching him and he doesn't want to lose their hope. So after struggling a lot, he finds the gate and tries to bring him outside the building. But the whole place is collapsing. The smoke, fire and tiredness begins to make him unconscious. But then, Toby's words hit his mind, and he gathers his strength and manages to bring the kid to his mother. As Spider-Man, Yu's life begins to change. He is finally able to hang out with his crush, Emma, and he starts to feel his life is great now. But there is one problem here. He has no superpowers, and when the villain, Screwball, shows up, it makes the matter even worse, as she demands for Spider-Man or the innocent will die. So it forces Yu to go up against Screwball. She puts him into a challenge to catch her and get the remote that can turn off all the hidden bombs inside the city. So the chase begins, but instead of using the web, Yu is running after her in the street. Time is running out, and Yu begins to realize he is not powerful enough to catch the villain. He is scared he is not the real Spider-Man. But then he gathers some courage, and finally he uses the web shooters. It's his first time to use the web. He begins to get smashed all over the buildings. He finds difficulties to swing around the city. But Yu is determined to catch the villain and stop her, and after struggling a lot, he manages to capture Screwball and presses the button to defuse the hidden bombs, but nothing is working. And then Screwball reveals it was a prank. She was lying about the bombs, and she is doing this just to get famous on the social media. Hearing this, Yu gets relieved, but unknown to him, he is being followed by another spider hero, the Sylph. She captures Screwball, and after that, she follows Yu into his house, and as she gets the opportunity, Silk then confronts him regarding the spider costume, and as she demands the answers, where did he get this suit? Yu then tells the whole details of him being the Spider-Man. Silk then introduces herself and tells him the real Spider-Man is missing. She doesn't know where he is right now, so she tells Yu to keep the costume, as this city needs a Spider-Man, even if it's just a fake. Silk then gives her contact number and leaves the place, and after some time, she arrives at the same sewer where Peter was hiding. She feels his presence inside the sewer, but there is no sign of him. So she sends a message to you to meet her in this place and help her finding Spider-Man. But while she was sending the text, her spider sense kicks in and she gets confronted by the Venom. Venom begins to attack her, but none of his attacks are landing on Silk, and she demands to know where is Spider-Man, but none of her words are reaching into Venom's ears, and it makes her really mad. So she decides to brutalize Venom. She attaches her waves with 2 bolters, and by swinging them hard, she smashes them into Venom's back. Silk begins to corner Venom and forces him to surrender, but then she realizes something is wrong as Peter's presence is coming from this monster, and before she can react, it was too late. On the other side, Hugh gets the message and he quickly runs towards the sewer, and as he arrives there, he finds a beaten up Silk. He then carries her and brings her outside the sewer. But then Silk tells Hugh to run. He won't stand a chance against him. Hearing this, Hugh gets confused. He asks her, what is she talking about and who is this him? But before Silk can say anything, they hear multiple gunshots coming from a street. Everyone is running with their lives as now the entire city is under danger by the threat, Venom. The cops are trying their best to stop the monster, but their attempts are useless. After destroying the police cars, Venom then approaches an officer and attempts to take his life, but Hugh shows up in his spider costume and saves the officer's life. Hugh knows there is no way he can beat this monster, but he still has to try, even if it takes his life. And with that, the chapter 1 to 10 of Spider-Man Fake Raid comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please share them on the comment section down below. And please like this video and do subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.